Court, the movie podcast where Sean
and a little old pal named Mampy.
What shit, talk shit, and most importantly, eat shit. We are the law.
And guess what we saw?
Hey there, little girl. My name's Longlegs.
It's your almost birthday. We
watched
dance.
Longlegs.
Yeah, we watched Longlegs.
Starring Nicolas Cage.
Mm-hmm.
Maika Wait, is her name Maika Monroe?
I think. Maika something.
And other people.
Yeah.
Oh, who's the black guy? He's good.
He is good. He's underutilized. He's a great actor.
Yeah. Is that is his name Underwood?
Maybe.
Is that made up?
I'm not gonna lie. When you start with BL, I thought you were gonna say Blade. Is that Blade? And I was like, I mean, he could probably pull it off.
He'd be a great Blade.
He would be great.
Tweet at us at Food Court Cast if you know who is in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I know Alicia Witt plays Mommy.
Oh yes. Okay.
And those are all the names that I remember.
Yeah.
We watched Longlegs.
We did.
Starring Nicolas Cage and others.
Woo-wee.
It is some say a horror movie.
Yeah, some would say.
It's spooky at the very least.
Yeah, a little tingly.
And Mampy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you thought about it.
Would you like me to share?
I would love that.
Let me just say, I was having a good time watching it. And I was like, this is interesting.
Okay.
I was like, this is interesting. Where's it going?
You were like, hey there, little Michael. What do you think about this movie?
It's pretty good. Let me talk to the man downstairs. And then I went downstairs. Hey, what do you think about this movie, Mampy? And he said,
no.
what was that?
Oh, it's pretty good.
Oh, okay, pretty good. Sorry.
Oh, I really like that.
Okay, awesome, man. Yeah, it's pretty good, too. I thought, well, I'm going to go back upstairs.
Here I am, back in the movie theater.
Yeah.
I missed like 10 minutes of the movie just to tell the devil that spoiler alert,
There's a devil.
the devil may or may not be in this.
The devil might play a critical role in the plot.
Does he? Okay, we'll talk about that later. More importantly, did you end up liking it by the end of the movie?
You know, overall, I still said I had a good time at Longlegs.
Yeah.
What about you?
I agree with that. It was one of those movies where at the end I was like, did I like that? I guess I did. I had a good time.
I think I did.
And strangely, sometimes in these conversations, I either talk myself into it or talk myself out of it.
Yes, absolutely.
And we'll see.
Very true.
We'll let ourselves convince ourselves whether we liked it or not.
Yeah.
I definitely want to see it again because I felt like I felt like I wasn't entirely sure what the tone was.
Yeah, it was a little bit like I didn't expect it to have kind of like an X-Files-y vibe. Like there was a little bit of that.
I like that a
bit
lot.
of Zodiac vibes
Obviously, yeah.
mixed in.
Definitely.
A little bit of, just Nicolas Cage going off the rails vibes.
Yes.
Like it was a big mix, and it's at first I was like super into it. I was like, oh, I didn't know like they're gonna add this kind of like spoilers, all spoilers throughout the whole pod.
Spoiler.
That like
Spoiler.
Get out.
Get out.
If you don't like spoilers, you better get the hell out of this country.
Yeah.
You take a shot at my leader, I'm coming after you.
Oh, he's already dead? Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, dang.
Well, I'm getting somebody.
I'm gonna get somebody.
I'm gonna find somebody with glasses and a mullet and kill him.
Better watch out, melon guy.
You listening, all these people? You tried to come after my president, and god damn it, you ain't gonna live to see Friday.
You fuck the president, you fuck me. You understand?
You fucked the president's ass, you fucked my ass. And I don't like getting fucked in the ass.
Did you hear that? Okay, this has gone completely off the rails, but I could not believe this. I thought it was insane. Yeah. Jack Black was like, I won't be performing Tenacious D anymore because Kyle Gass said a joke about... What? Like, come on. What is this? Anyway.
I mean, obviously we can't say anything.
Yeah, no.
Like,
yeah,
we can't truly say what we think because it is slightly illegal.
True.
But he was just... Even if he does believe it, he was clearly making a joke in front of...
Yeah, it's a bit.
Fucking 2,000 people.
Yeah. It
I'm sure that in like 6 weeks, whenever he decides that his band is more important than, I don't know, whatever else he does. The House with the Clock and Its Walls Part 2.
Yes.
He'll come back and he'll be like, oh yeah, I forgot we were best friends and we love doing this together.
Yeah, right? That's more important than like a disagreement over a little joke. Like people are allowed to... Yeah.
Literally one joke.
It is so silly.
About one of the most hated men in America.
Yeah, a very, like...
It's certainly a divisive figure.
Someone who's causing mass chaos and pain. We can all agree. We probably can't all agree, but a lot of us can agree.
Me and that Republican who tried to shoot him can agree that he's something's up with him.
I just couldn't believe it. I was like, "What?" We had to address it. I know this isn't going to be timely. People are going to listen to this 4 weeks from now and be like, "Who shot what?" And
who is Donald Trump?
Who?
Isn't he that guy who fell into a big hole 2 weeks ago?
What is a president? We live in a fascist country where we have to listen to our king ruler, God Trump. What they even talk about?
Wait, they tried to shoot. Do you think will podcasts exist?
Oh, I wonder.
Like we can still record. We'll still have these computers, but will we have a place to put it?
We're going to have to transmit them into the future, like in La Jetée. It transport them into the mines.
La Jetée.
Or,
little monkey.
Ooh.
Okay, let's talk about
Sorry, we went on a long detail away. Detail.
A great president, obviously. Voting for him twice. Okay, so this is the plot of Longlegs.
Yes, tell me.
Opening. There's a little girl. It's snowy. A weird-ass guy comes up to her and he's like, hey, it's almost your birthday. And that's creepy.
Mm-hmm.
And then later, there's a lady. Is she the same lady as the girl? I mean,
you never know.
Probably. We assume she is.
Yeah.
And in the end, we're right. She is the same person as that little girl. And she is I don't know, she just started with the FBI? I don't know. She seems to be a young FBI agent.
Yeah.
And they're sending her on the road to search for a murderer. And I already said spoiler alert, but just in case, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Her partner gets immediately blown to fuck.
Blasted.
He gets his head blasted off. And before that, she's like, hey, check out that house. There's definitely a murderer in there.
She used her psychic magic.
Her partner's like, are you stupid? I mean, I'll go check, but obviously there's not a kaboom.
Yeah, I went, holy shit.
Yeah, good shit.
Yeah.
And then her boss, that guy. Do you know his character name? Do you know his character name?
Higgins. Gribbsley.
Would you vamp just...
Yeah, I'm just going to come up with names.
I feel bad.
Johnson. Detective Johnson. Big Johnson. Giant Johnson.
That can't be true.
Big Black Johnson.
It is Blair Underwood. Oh,
Okay,
goodness.
there we
See?
And his
See my internal monologue? I'm not racist.
Yeah.
That is Blair Underwood.
But what is his name in the movie?
I'm going to say Blair Underwood.
Blair Underwear.
Blair Underwood. Her boss, played by Blair Underwood, is like, you know what? He doesn't exactly talk like that.
You
He
know
talks
what?
like a boss.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? You're one of the best in the business.
Harker.
You got brain powers, and we're going to use them to find a killer. His name's Longlegs, not Daddy Longlegs, just Longlegs.
Just Longlegs.
And he leaves us. Have you seen the movie Zodiac? He leaves us like Zodiac letters.
Yeah, basically.
And he kills people, but there's no evidence. He's never been in the house.
Or has
Has he? Now, strangely, there is evidence of a nun in every single house.
Yeah, that's interesting.
We found trace evidence of a nun in every single house. Bright red hairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we found nun shoe.
Nun shoe.
Prints.
Residue. Prints
Yeah, we
and
found nun shoe residue. And so
that's
they're
good-
they're on his tail. Mm-hmm. They're gonna find out Longlegs, and they're gonna find where he is, and they're gonna get him.
Before
And they
he can
do.
kill again.
They're gonna try to keep him from killing again, and he's got like a shape. He kills in a shape.
Yes, a big
He likes
triangle.
to kill in a triangle.
Yes.
He sleeps in a basement, listens to T-Rex. You know, pretty good band, but definitely not a band worth like becoming a Satanist and killing people for.
And maybe even not worth using a quote from their song to open your movie. Maybe.
That part's awesome, though.
It is nice. That's crazy.
I like that part. Okay, and they catch him.
They do.
There's a long time searching, and then they catch him.
Catch him good.
And you know what? He smashes his face,
He hereditaries his own face.
which you must do in a movie now.
Yeah, it's been
He
in
smashes
so
his
many-
face, then he gets hit by a car that you can't see, and it doesn't make any noise, but it just hits him with the car. JK. And then he's dead? Are you
would've
telling
been
me that
amazing.
Longlegs,
The
titular
titular-
Longlegs, is dead?
He is dead. Or
But
is he now everywhere? Everywhere. Happy birthday.
happy birthday, dear little girl. And Maika Monroe, Agent Harker, has a strange feeling.
Yeah.
She's like, who is this guy? Do I know this guy?
Wait a minute.
And she finds some repressed memories of a scene that we saw earlier in the movie of meeting Longlegs. Mm-hmm. And wait, is her, spoiler alert, mom working for Longlegs
Mom legs.
and or Satan? And are they did Longlegs build evil dolls full of Satan?
Maybe.
And then did Satan get into the house through the doll?
Maybe.
And then did the doll convince the dads to kill the family?
Could be.
And and is that the end of the movie? No,
Sounds
not yet.
like it.
Then mom kills a lady, just an Asian lady. She's
Ooh,
nice.
she blows her away.
She does.
That was
Double
a crazy
blows.
moment. I was like, oh.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the first one did it. I don't know how.
Yeah.
It couldn't have.
Like a close range shotgun blast to the face.
You're dead.
That'll finish off most people.
No need to blast again.
But it's fun. She tries to pretend like she's a cool nun, and she's like, "Oh, I love God. I'm not really into this Satan thing, even though I kill." But she seems to kind of like it.
She does, yeah.
And then we find Harker's little doll.
Oh,
Wait, is that then?
Yeah, I think so.
And Mommy blasts the doll. Mm-hmm. Wait, am I in the right order?
Yeah, the mommy blasts the doll's head off.
Mommy blasts the doll's head off.
And the metal ball of evil releases black smoke.
Yeah, there's metal balls that have nothing inside. And then Mommy goes to Blair Underwood's house and threatens to kill his family. Sort of.
And basically succeeds.
He basically succeeds.
Except for one of the...
Does the little girl survive?
I think so, yeah.
Spoiler alert, the little girl survives. And then she kills her mom?
Yeah.
Right?
She shoots her in the head.
She shoots her in the head.
I mean, if you did not heed our spoiler warning, you just saw the movie.
Yeah, that's the whole movie.
Sorry.
We gave you the plot, and the plot is the entire movie.
Yeah.
But, what happens after that?
The movie is over.
Is it over right after that?
Yeah, because then he goes, "Happy birthday, hail Satan."
Oh, yes.
Ah, have a nice night, folks. Yeah,
Thanks for watching Longlegs, the movie about me.
That's me. It's named after me, Mr. Longlegs.
Hello, my honey. Hello, my... He's just doing it.
Kind of. Not far off.
It's true. We should have gotten another performance of him singing at the end, I think. Would have been really nice.
Longlegs 2.
Longlegs. Even
Just
longer.
do it.
Too long, too leg. Yes.
Sounds great.
I would watch it.
Mampy,
Yeah.
we know what the plot is,
We really do.
but do we know what the best part of the movie is?
The best part of the movie, Longlegs,
Yes.
for me.
Yes.
And this is this is a rare one for me. I rarely go this into just the process. I mainly have scenes, but I just thought the visual style, the lighting, the way it was shot, I thought was all great. I thought it was like, oh, I'm in this movie. I'm in this world. It feels like a movie. I'm in it, and I'm having a good time being in it. And I like that everything feels like it's the one movie and not like shitty.
It doesn't feel shitty.
At all. And I was like,
I agree.
I like that. It just made me feel nice. I went, I like this movie. For that.
You say 2 thumbs up?
I would say 2 legs up. 2 legs all the way up. As long as I could stretch them.
I would put my legs up, but I feel like that would be too much for the people. You know what? I had a favorite part too.
Ooh, tell me about it.
My beef lamb gyro is I think part 1-ish.
Okay.
Like maybe 1.5, but when they're doing the investigation,
yeah,
I really like that.
It's very well done.
Now maybe it's just because it's the most like Zodiac, which is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that she is some kind of psychic.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that her boss is kind of like, so what do you think about this? And she like looks at pictures and she's like, he killed them all.
Yeah.
I know everything that happened.
Yep. Got it.
I got, I'm definitely on the spectrum.
Definitely.
So yeah. Me, just a hot babe with autism.
That's right.
And brain powers.
And brain powers, yeah.
As usual, I'm just a sexy babe with autism, and also I can see the future. And I loved the research.
Yes.
I loved the fact that like Longlegs or Satan is always lurking.
Yes.
Around the sides. He's always in the shadows. He's always anytime there's a dark shape in the woods, you're like, oh shit, is the devil out there?
Is the devil
and
out
or
there?
Longlegs?
The devil is working through Longlegs.
I also loved Nicolas Cage.
Yes, classic Cage.
Being a truly insane person.
I mean, if you want someone to go wild, you got it. He's gonna do it, and you're gonna be like, "Whoa!" I really like The scene after he goes into that little shop, the little hardware store, and the lady's like, Dad, that creepy guy's here again. And then instantly cuts to him in the car. Daddy! Mommy! I was like, this is wild. I was like, wow, he just goes for it, and I always appreciate that.
I mean, who else? Who else goes for it?
I don't know, man.
Does anybody go for it?
He went for it.
I mean...
You know who went for it? I'll tell you who went for it.
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal in Okja. He went for it. I think it was not good, but he went
Not
for
a good idea.
That was one of the worst performances ever.
Does that movie suck really bad?
I think it does. I think it does. It has a good message. That's the problem. Just things with a good messages aren't automatically good. It's like animation. Just because it's like beautiful, it's like, well, this kind of sucks though.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes.
I was also very surprised just because I like about half of that guy's movies.
Yeah.
Bong Joon-ho. So I was like, oh, I'm very excited. This looks weird and fun. Looks almost like Brazil or something like that. And then I was like, hey, it's a bad movie. Welcome to our bad
Welcome.
movie. Everybody was doing something
so
like
weird.
that.
Yeah. Not for me. But hey, yeah, no.
You know what was for me?
Uh-huh.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I really killed it.
I liked his makeup. His weird, like, I don't know if he had plastic surgery or if he just had a weird big head or something.
Yeah, very interesting.
Creepy as fuck. I liked his cool reverse bad guy outfit.
Yes.
Like, just different shades of white. A whiter shade of pale, as you might say, back in the 60s. What else is good about this movie?
Yeah, he was freaky. I love the first scene where our detective Lee Harker is in her house. She calls her mom, and then she starts hearing weird sounds.
Yeah.
And then she sees Longlegs outside, so she follows him outside. But then we see him go inside, and then there's a letter left for her, and they're like...
That's really good.
Which, it really... Because you later learn that the doll makes her not be able to see things.
Yeah.
Like, it blinds her, so you're like, wait, was he literally just there, like, putting the letter... Like, it's freaky.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Freaky. You're like, ooh. I like that stuff. That scene got me. I was like, oh God, this is... and it happened so
really creepy.
Early. You're like, oh, jeez. It's like going
Longlegs
down.
is out and about.
Out and about, baby.
What does he want from her?
He wants, well...
He just likes her birthday?
He loves her birthday, and he was going to kill her, but he decided not to because his mom was like... Her mom was like, hey, I'll kill people for you. And he's like, all right.
Yeah. I'll
Sounds
kill
good to me.
people. Hey, you need me to kill people? I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Who do you need me to kill?
Golly. Yeah, who do you need? Yeah.
Is it families?
Because that's kind of what I've been looking to get into.
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah. Why I never just killed you, I don't know. But...
You know, when you have the power of Satan, let me ask you this.
Maybe.
Is Satan real in this movie?
I think so. From the eyes appearing in the dolls to the black smoke in the balls, I'm going to have to say the devil's real.
Or are they just fucking nuts? I mean, they mention Manson.
Yeah.
And there was like something in Manson where he was like just very convincing.
Yeah.
He was just very magnetic and people would just do for him. But Longlegs doesn't seem like he would have that power over people.
Longlegs and kind of is proven to not have that power several points during the movie where like the girl's like, this guy's a creep. The mom's like, you're a creep. And then he ends up having to like tie her down. He doesn't seem very influential to me.
That's true.
But because what's he say? He's like, let me in. What does he say to her? It's like it's so wild. I couldn't believe it. I was like, whoa.
He's just like, get it on.
Yeah.
There you go. I don't know T-Rex enough to know that,
wild
whatever
hand
song you're
movements. It was like, whoa. He's doing
what was
devil magic.
Is he doing something like that?
Up, down, slap,
So you
slap.
say yes, devil.
I think devil because especially the cop guy at the end, like, how could he have been hypnotized by it? Like, I was like, that's gotta be some real devil magic.
Devil.
In them dolls.
Some devil dolls. Okay. What else is good in this movie?
Devil dolls. The mom reveal with her, like when they cut to the detective in the car and you see the like nun just like in the background.
Oh,
I was like, oh god, and then she just.
That's really good.
I was like, oh, and they sprinkled enough little things. Like I kind of was like when the roach comes out from under the door upstairs. I was like, and it was locked. I was like, wait a minute, they keep showing Longlegs in this basement. I was like, oh god, has he just been in their house this whole time?
I like that he's in there the whole time.
Yeah, that was really nice reveal. I was like,
that's a good bit.
Creaky. I like that. There. I like that a lot. I love when the cops they catch him and they just have the TV on of him singing "Happy Birthday" to Lee, and they pause it, and the lady goes, "It goes on like that for 24 minutes." Or something. I was like, "That's wild." I need that cut. That 24.
I mean, was he singing "Happy Birthday" the whole time?
I guess.
Does he know different verses that I'm not aware of?
Yeah.
Or was he just like kind of bebopping through the last 23 minutes?
Yeah.
Or so?
Maybe.
Happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. I'm sure he added some Hail Satans in there, you know.
Oh, yes.
Here and there, some kissies.
Satan. If you were under the power of Satan, would you dress like that?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
What kind of clothing would you wear if you were under the power of Satan?
I would wear bright red and horns.
Good choice.
Big horns on my head.
Yes, good.
A long tongue that I've cut like a snake.
Okay.
File my teeth sharp.
So you're not being sneaky at all. You're just all the way.
With a name tag. Longlegs.
My daddy is Satan.
Yeah. Oh, and then a tramp stamp. On the back that says the man downstairs. Property of the man downstairs.
The man downstairs. That's a good bit, though.
Yeah, it is a good bit.
The man downstairs is a good bit.
Because it's double, because he literally is downstairs making dolls. That was wild. The idea that he was there her whole life. That is freaky to think about.
He was there the whole... Yeah.
And
I didn't even really consider that part.
And, like, maybe he became, like, this surrogate dad figure to her. Because maybe he blocked out all of it with the magic. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, how much shit is there?
Yeah, He was so endeared to her. And earlier, when they're doing the kind of, like, Blade Runner test of, like, images, which I like that kind of stuff. I thought that was
that's
fun.
really cool. They're just showing her abstract art.
And she's like...
And they're like, Can you see the future? He's like... can you tell us what you see?
Bees?
I see butterfly.
Nugget.
Impression.
Yeah, that was pretty.
I see dog.
I see London.
I see Longlegs. She is Longlegs has a hair.
Mm-hmm. One hair.
Is that a good impression?
I think so.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know if they meant to do this, but there's a part where they show a triangle and she goes, "Dad." And then I was like, whoa, is that like some bleeding in? Because he was making that triangle shape with the murders. And like, I was like, are they like messing with us? Because he's like a surrogate dad. I was like, that's kind of freaky.
Dude, you know it all, man.
I'm piecing it
together. You know it all, man. Now, I don't want to cut you off too early.
Yes, don't.
But, Mampy, do you have anything else good to say about this movie?
I liked a lot of the scenes. I thought it flowed really well. I don't know. I think if we're heading into bad territory.
Yes.
I don't know if it needs to be parts. I almost never think a movie needs to be titled breaking up stuff. I don't know. This trend has to stop. It's been in so many movies.
It's every
lately.
movie.
It's like, why are we doing this? Stop it.
Every single movie.
And then the parts just like they're not the equal length, so it's like this weird like And now here's the part 2 that's triple the length of the first part. And you're like, wait, what? Like, it gets weird. I don't really like it.
No.
I don't know. And everyone knows I love Everything Everywhere All at Once, but even in that one, I'm like, why are we doing this? There's
Hearts.
We don't need it.
This isn't a novel.
Yeah, just play the movie.
This isn't a TV show.
Mm-mm.
This isn't a French fry.
This isn't a something else. An ant? Some kind of bug?
Why is my... Okay. I need you to vamp once again.
No worries. We have technical
my computer
issues.
logged me out. Okay, I'm back.
Oh, thank God.
That was fucking weird.
Are you still recording on Logic? You got everything good?
Yeah, I still am.
Thank
Perfect.
God. Oh,
Well, you know what fucking sucked about this goddamn movie?
Let's go into the low main of this
What's
picture.
the low main of this movie? I got a lot.
Show
I actually
me.
liked it a lot, but I have a lot of things that I don't like about it.
Yes.
Number one bad thing. Fake smoke.
Yeah, why?
They shoot the Harker doll, and there's fake smoke coming out of the head. And then there's fake smoke coming out behind Harker's head. They cut back to her, and you see fake smoke blowing out from behind her head. Smoke is one of the most beautiful things
Get smoke.
you can possibly photograph. It's so beautiful. It's so unpredictable. You just see it float around. It looks great. Why do you fake it?
Bad choice.
It's not that hard to make a smoke happen.
Really not.
Anybody who can walk to a corner store can get a vape pen and make smoke come out of it.
Come on, baby.
And vape pens are one of the darkest things in our society right now.
It's true.
Because they are very dumb.
They are.
When you see like someone do some cool vape trick, you're like, wow, this is amazing.
It's cigarettes all over again.
It's so beautiful.
Wow.
And yet, fucking fake smoke.
It doesn't make any sense
No.
at all. They could so easily have filmed Black Smoke and then composited anything or done it live. Like, so many
Have
options.
a man with a straw standing behind her.
Mm-hmm.
And have him blow the smoke into the air.
Get one of those firecrackers that shoots out colored smoke but make it black.
Yes. I mean, maybe it's a little harder with her because you're trying to hide behind a woman, but if you're hiding behind a doll, you just stand behind it. You just, that's all you do.
Get in a green screen suit and blow some fucking smoke.
I mean, truly.
Something.
Truly. Or just kneel down.
I don't like the syndrome of like, oh, we'll just add it later. It's like, no, just make it look nice.
Especially in like a very important moment.
Yeah.
Maybe the big reveal of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. That like she has been under the control of Longlegs the whole time. And follow-up question, not about smoke. Was Longlegs and or Mom, were they making her do the investigation the whole time? Or was she investigating despite their powers?
That's a good question. I
don't know.
It was very tricky because they definitely wanted her involved because he wanted to see her and have that moment again, which was interesting since he's been living with. It's very interesting. Yes. I don't know. It was definitely helped because he gave her the answers to the decoding thing with the letters, which they never address. I like that the cops are never like, how do you? The guy does at one point go, you suddenly can decode everything. Like, no one's ever asked how she could do all this stuff. It's kind of fascinating. But
I also wonder, like, how good is she at psychic powers?
Yeah.
Or, you know, does she know all this shit because because they want her to know all this shit.
Yeah, I don't
have
know.
no idea.
It's very... I mean, she did
She has
know
some.
about the killer guy at the beginning who had nothing to do with...
She has some power of whatever. But... how much?
I don't know. It's tricky. I don't know.
Okay,
I'll
I got a
tell
lot
you
more bad
what.
things, but I want you, Mampy, to tell me the very worst thing. According to you.
My low main of the picture Longlegs is... I think it had the classic thing of a really good build up, really good climax action, and then the end just kind of was like, eh.
Yeah.
A little bit of a didn't quite hit the same. There were things that were happening where I was like, well, why wouldn't you just stop this from happening? Like, I didn't understand why Lee just stood there while her detective guy went and killed his wife. It made no sense.
Fucking
it was
insane.
Like, she's just standing there. Why is she not doing anything? She could have...
she broken free from the power of the doll?
Yeah, she could have destroyed the other doll in a million other ways, not just shooting it. Like, just find some other way to destroy it. But she just sits there. I just didn't get that. I was like, why is...
If she has the power to kill her mom, why doesn't she have the power to save that nice lady?
Yeah, and the mom's like, she's already dead. I'm like, no, she's not. She's just fine right there.
Yeah, I see her.
It just was really weird. I was like, this doesn't work, actually.
No.
Like, this part's not working right. Like, something went wrong. And maybe they realized that after, and that's why they add the line, like, the wife's already dead. There's something to, like...
Oh, yeah.
Because they were like, wait, what?
What does he say? He says something... Oh, yeah. He says, I'm coming back, not you.
Yeah. I was like,
pretty good line.
That's wild. Yeah. You're staying in the kitchen. I'm...
Yeah. I like that bit. But the rest doesn't make any sense.
I think either she should have got there and he had already killed her or so. Like,
sure.
Because it just didn't make any sense for her to not do anything.
Or
It
even
was
for
like-
her to indicate, like, oh, I can't. I don't have the power. Like, that would be stupid. Mm-hmm. But at least it would be a justification. It would be less stupid than her just going, oh, well, I guess. Hey, have fun killing your wife.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it felt like. I was like, or have her be fighting her mom or something, like trying to stop it. Because it everyone's just sitting there. You're like, what? Just smash the doll's head open. You saw that it worked with you. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It just was, I think, or just don't include them blowing the head off the other doll. Because then you still feel like, okay, something's controlling her. Something's been messing with her. Like, I don't know. Maybe just have the mom knock her out when she goes looking for her, something like that.
Sure.
It just, and also, there's just a lot of little things. Like, why would the mom leave her with her gun? It didn't, she's like, she just shows up with her gun again. I was like, what? Why would she not take her gun? Just weird.
I don't know.
Little moments are, I was like, dang it, this ending isn't living up to the rest of the movie.
Yes. And a lot of it is just, well, I guess we have this idea of how the movie's going to end.
Yeah.
So let's just get rid of anything that will get in our way.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't make sense, well, fuck it. Who cares?
Fuck it,
It's the devil.
It's Longlegs, baby.
Yeah, the devil can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, I don't
Until he
know.
can't. Until the moment that he can.
Yeah, once he can't, it's over.
Once he can't do it.
Yeah.
That's how he works.
It
He gets tired. After her boss kills his wife, the devil's like, wow, that took a lot out of me as the great evil of the world. I better let her kill her mom.
Yeah. Very odd. Just odd. I was fine with the nun mom getting shot in the head. I was like, all right, that's cool.
That was good.
Cool. There was cool visuals with the flashback where she's like covered in blood and stuff, and you're like, ooh,
yes,
freaky,
that was
freaky
cool.
nun. But it just
you know what else sucked, Mampy?
Tell me about it.
I got a few more.
Tell me about it.
Does she lose her powers?
I can't tell. I did wonder that. I was
She
like,
seems dumber as the movie goes on.
yeah.
She's like, at some point, I mean, I guess, okay, you're under the power of the doll.
Yeah.
So maybe you don't see your mom doing bad things.
Yeah.
But you have to look at, even if a doll controlled by Satan has power over you, you're like, man, my mom's so fucking weird.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with her?
Something's up.
She's being really, really, really weird.
Demented hippie vibes. Like something.
Why is she like this?
Yeah.
And also, why do I hear T-Rex coming from the basement every time I come
Every
over
night,
here?
yeah.
It's loud.
Very loud.
It's just shit like that where it's like, well, I don't believe anymore that she has the psychic powers. Now, it may be a result of the doll or something.
Yeah, something's up.
But that isn't very clear.
Yeah.
So it just ends up making me think like, oh, she just got bad. She just became a bad detective because it was useful.
Exactly. Yeah.
By the end of the movie.
It's like, yeah, sure, the devil's probably stronger than your average, barely psychic lady. But it did seem like they just stopped utilizing that part of her character throughout the movie. And you're like, because, there's still parts where she's like, oh, the barn. But, I mean, anyone can see a barn. Like, it didn't, it didn't quite have, I needed a bit more sprinkled in. Because the first part felt very much like, ooh, we're in this, like, kind of X-Files-esque, like, ooh, and then... Yeah, then it just started to slowly feel less like that.
And it's also weird, like, okay, Satan's controlling your brain. Mm-hmm. You would know that this Asian lady was going to get shot with a shotgun, right?
Yeah, like, be able to intuit, like, wait a minute.
You would have some
things.
I don't know. I mean, otherwise, I don't know what the point of Satan's power over her is if he shows her if she can find out most of the evidence about Longlegs and catch him, I guess he's supposed to be caught so that something.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting.
That Satan wants him to be caught so
he can smash his face open.
Something, yeah. But she knows some things, but she doesn't know, like, if I was a psychic, I would be like, oh, I definitely see someone's head getting exploded in my car.
Wait a minute. Something, something bad's gonna happen.
There's definitely a lot of psychic damage about to happen.
Yeah.
When someone's entire head is exploded inside of my car.
She, like, realized, like, oh shit, like, got some type of feeling or something, because she runs back and just sees her like, if she had, it didn't feel as like, it was her magic working or anything. It was just like, oh crap, I found something bad, I gotta go. Like, it just, it felt weird. And
it's weird.
And, like, the mom didn't lock her in. Like, she didn't do anything to keep her from just showing up. It was very odd. Like,
Mom's really bad at her
job. She's horrible at it.
Mom, by the way, is not my favorite.
Yeah, she's a little off.
I think once again it's not her fault. Mm-hmm. I think that's how the character is written.
Yes, yeah.
But when like we first meet her, and she's like acting super fucked up and crazy, it's like, so this lady's obviously bad, right?
Yeah, something's wrong here.
She seems like she must be bad.
She even sounds weird over the phone, just like so.
Yeah, she's weird over the phone, but you kind of get like, oh, she's just very churchy, and you know, some people who are very churchy have that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But when she's like, oh yes, actually, God doesn't listen to your prayers.
Yeah,
you're like, what? So you're evil?
Yeah, I think they
or at the very least, you've been lying to me my whole life about your religion.
Yeah, they gave away a little too much in some lines, like, you were allowed to grow up, like that. I was like, you
by me and Longlegs.
Yeah, I was like, wait, so you are in on it. Like, it gave a little too much away.
Yeah,
sometimes.
I definitely wasn't immediately like, oh, she's definitely working with Longlegs.
It's like,
but when it was that weird, I was like, okay, this is not the this is not the end of her weirdness.
Yeah, no.
This is the beginning of what we're finding out about her weirdness.
Exactly.
And since there's only one storyline, she's probably best friends with Satan.
Yeah, seems like it.
Maybe.
I'm getting that vibe.
Maybe she's best friends with Satan.
And I feel like early on, like, I got a glimpse of the car, and I was like, that's the car from the beginning. And I was like it kind of tipped me off a little too much, where I was like, wait,
didn't even
what?
think about that.
Yeah, it like kind of, because you can just see it under the thing. I was like,
You're the expert noticer.
yeah, I was like, wait, so it was just interesting, but I don't know. There was
But
still,
is that intentional? I don't know.
yeah,
If it is, well, it was a bad idea.
yeah,
in my
it
opinion.
makes it too obvious. Yeah,
seems
little
too
bit.
obvious.
But
You know
I
what
don't
else
know
sucked though. Maybe.
what.
You know what else fucking sucked? You mentioned it. The face smashing.
Yeah,
It's in every goddamn movie.
Too much.
Chapters are in every goddamn movie. Someone smashing their face is in every goddamn movie.
And it was so, like, it just feels so obvious. It's like, oh, this table's right here. Like,
Yeah.
and then that was another moment of she does nothing. She could have done anything, pushed him over, anything, but
Yeah.
just steps back and goes, please stop. It, like, makes no sense.
Don't hit your face anymore.
And then the cops run in and they all just go, ooh. Like, they don't do anything. They're just like, oh, he's dead. We're like, what? I don't know. It felt weird.
That's
like,
not how you die, right?
yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, that was a lot of blood, but I think it would take longer than just years.
Maybe if you get really lucky, that's how you die.
Yeah, the blunt force trauma.
But I think it's probably very difficult to kill yourself by smashing your head against a
It
table.
would have made more sense to be like they take him away and they're like, oh, he choked on his blood or something. Like, that would have made it a little more, like, it just felt so like, what? I don't know. It felt weird.
And also, I mean, I get the feeling that some of the point is that he's kind of stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But it is, I think, intentionally a letdown, but that does make it a letdown.
Yeah.
Since the idea is for it to be a letdown, it is a letdown.
Like,
So I just go, oh, okay, so he's not that good or cool?
yeah.
I thought he was a cool evil guy.
That was kind of the vibe that was throwing me the whole movie.
Yeah.
Because, like, the more they showed of him, the more he did, he just was like, this isn't like that, all that scary. It just seems like someone who has a lot of mental issues that.
Yeah. He gets less scary.
But then he has control over people. So I'm like, it just, it was a lot of confusing, like, huh? I don't, yeah. And not in like I can't figure this out. Just like wait, this doesn't kind of make any sense. Why is this?
He has power over people.
Bumbling guy, able to.
Hey there.
Yeah, it was so.
My big buddy Satan helped me control your brain.
Yeah, it's interesting. Or like, I don't know. Or like the girl back in the hardware shop, like, is no way like controlled by or anything. She's just like, oh, you're weird. It's like, this is.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Does Satan only give Longlegs power over people who are born on the 14th?
I guess also that's another issue. There's so many times where we're like, well, clearly these birthdays are lining up. Like the detective's daughter's birthday. Like, you never once like, oh yeah, we better be careful.
Yeah, he should go, oh, huh. That is interesting.
A nun.
I do happen to have a daughter.
Yeah.
And her birthday's next week, and
And why does he not instantly recognize her mom? They've been looking into her like, shouldn't he be like, oh, that's your mom, that's her mom? Like, it just, there's that weird things that just stop making sense, and you're like, oh, you kind of whiffed this a bit.
Now,
yeah.
I think that's part of why I like the first part and a half.
Yeah.
Because that's the stuff that is, like, clear.
Mm-hmm.
It is slightly supernatural, but in a good way.
Yeah.
And it's not supernatural in that, like, oh, well, Satan used his power, so none of it has to make sense because Satan used his power.
Yeah.
Which is what a lot of the rest of it seems like.
Yeah. And a little too many times showing the dolls with the eyes. I was like, it's not that great of an effect, and it just looks...
It's cool. It's very cool the first time.
Yeah, you're like, ooh, but then they do it like 6 more times. You're like, okay.
Yep,
got it.
Yeah, she's got yellow eyes.
Yep, cool.
Good,
yeah.
cool.
Very cool.
That being said, I did really enjoy the movie, and I want to see it again.
Yeah, I think
it's weird that you can talk so much shit about it, but it is still pretty good.
I think that's indicative of like how much potential it like that.
Yes.
I've talked about it before. Like it almost is worse when you're like, oh, this is so like well thought out. This is so well like composed. Everything's working well, and then it just kind of does that at the end, and you're like, no, this could have been I really feel like this could have been like a classic, like new, like ooh, and I don't think it quite makes it in there because it just fumbles a bit. It fumbles.
This is not making it to my top 10. I don't think, unless the rest of the year is pretty bad.
Pretty wild performance, though. I think Nicolas Cage was very memorable.
Nicolas Cage should be in every movie.
Yeah.
He's amazing. He's always good.
Mm-hmm.
He's always insane.
He commits.
Just pick him for the right thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Or just tell him to be really quiet like he was in Pig, even if you don't like Pig.
I need to see it.
He's at least doing a slightly different performance.
Still never seen it.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
That's about as much as I will give it, but it's pretty good.
All right.
He's really good in it.
Okay, cool.
And also, it's a different thing.
Yeah.
His thing generally is like completely insane guy.
Yeah.
In any character. But in this, he's like different kind of he's like very quiet, insane guy.
Exactly. Yeah. It is nice.
What else?
I mean, I think those are the main things. I do. Yeah. Overall, I'm glad something like this could come out, and it's like really well crafted.
People like it.
Yeah, and it isn't bad. It just gets the ending just didn't quite land for me.
Yeah, and it's also. I mean, it also doesn't feel like it's intentional.
Yeah. Like
sometimes you're watching a movie and like, okay, maybe this is dream logic or something. Mm-hmm. Maybe Agent Harker is perceiving the world like this because Satan or something.
Yeah.
But by then she's, I guess, not under Satan's spell anymore.
That's what I really think they kind of screwed themselves with that scene because it just made it make no sense that she's not helping at all. Yes. Like it just makes you go, what?
If they hadn't killed the doll, if they had just said, hey, if they had somehow indicated that this doll has power over you, then the rest of the movie would make a little more sense.
Exactly.
But, Mampy, we can't only talk about Longlegs.
No!
We can talk about other movies.
We must.
Which brings us to a little segment we like to call Panda Express presents Express Yourself about the movies you watched this week. Play that theme song. Ding 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 bink bink bink. It's time for the Pan Express. Boop boop, because we got some things express. Bink bink about the things we watched. Ding ding this week. Down down down. Yes, I said express instead of express. It's hard to sing it fast, folks. I can't say hardly any words correctly, so I will not judge you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Did you watch any movies this week?
So, I watched Longlegs.
Good.
I saw about 25 minutes of How High with Dave Chappelle. Have you ever seen that movie?
Never.
It has some wild stuff. It's a very absurdist movies, and I was like, maybe I'll have to watch this some other point. But then I watched today this movie called, oh goodness, Save Yourselves. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
Indie-ish film from
real?
2020.
Okay.
Save Yourselves, about a like kind of 30s couple, always on their phones and stuff, and they want to get away. They're like, we're getting off the grid because we feel like our lives are nothing while we're on these things. I know the feeling. Yeah. So they go out to their friend's cabin, and while they're out there, an alien invasion takes place. And they don't know about it because they're not.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I was like, that's pretty fun.
That's a great concept.
It's very goofy. The aliens are very goofy. They're these little fuzz balls that shoot tentacles out.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's not, it doesn't quite hit like in all the ways, but it was fun. And then it has like a very weird ending, but it's not a great movie, but I was like, that's a fun idea. I was like,
that sounds to me like a very fun idea.
Yeah, some of the writing are like, all right. It's a bit of that like, we're indifferent and have no feelings type people. And you're like, oh, God, can we feel something, please?
Just start feeling, please.
Everyone's too cool to feel anything anymore. Like, this is dumb.
Lame. Start feeling like me.
Feel it.
I feel.
Anyway, what'd you watch?
I watched a few things. One, I watched Kalki again. Kalki, $28.99.
Cocky?
Kalki? Kalki?
Cocky.
I don't know how to pronounce it. Tweet at us at Food Courtcast if you can speak Telugu or if you just know how to pronounce it. I liked it better the second time. Really good movie. Mm-hmm. I also watched North by Northwest at my beloved Belcourt Theater right here in Nashville, Tennessee. Mm-hmm. And have you seen North by Northwest?
Never, ever.
Great picture.
Gotta see it.
So much fun. Just a ton of fun. Great music. Cary Grant's just so fucking funny.
The classic.
It's a really, really good movie. Just like one of those, like The Sting and Sneakers and like other movies like that where it's like, damn, this is just so much fucking fun. Ocean's 11.
That. Yeah.
Kind of movies like that where you're just like, man, I'm having such a great time.
Mm-hmm.
What else did I watch?
I love movies like that.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Mampy. You're not going to fucking believe what I watched.
Uh-huh. What'd you watch?
I watched a Dolph Lundgren picture.
What?
Directed by Craig R. Baxley Jr.
Okay.
The director of Action Jackson and Stone Cold.
All right.
And it's called either Dark Angel or I Come in Peace, depending on, I don't know why they're both, but one or the other. And Dolph Lundgren is a cop. He's a big, strong cop. He's much taller than everyone. And there's somebody killing people. And there's also drugs. And it's just awesome.
Okay.
The stunts are terrifying. I think I told you about Action Jackson last week or maybe 2 weeks ago. But the stunts are terrifying. Like, there's definitely many times when there's explosions going off there, and you're like, that's way too close to that guy.
Older movies, they really just were like, okay, let's really do this.
There's one where they're in a factory, and the explosion is happening. You see what looks like real Dolph Lundgren who's running, and he looks pretty scared.
Yeah.
And the explosion is so big that you see like the flames roll up the ceiling. You see the explosion and smoke and flames like roll towards him across the ceiling because it is like hit and turned the corner. It's fucking good.
That's amazing.
But I don't want to spoil too much.
Okay.
But you can guess by the title I Come in Peace that there's also an alien story.
Yes, I was wondering about
So
this.
he's doing like homicide stuff.
Whoa.
And he also sort of doesn't know that he's trying to solve an alien murder.
Whoa. That's kind of like
fucking good.
It's kind of like Predator 2. In a way.
Yes, it's very similar. Yeah. It's, about as good as Predator 2, I would say.
Good, yeah.
And Predator 2 rules, and
pretty fun.
Also I Come in Peace rules. But yeah, the whole he's got a FBI partner who's like really short. It's good. It's really good.
Interesting. Yeah, I've never heard of
partner. The aliens are fucking massive.
Whoa.
I don't want to spoil anymore. Just go to your local theater where they're not playing I Come in Peace. Actually ask your local theater.
Beg them.
Say, hey, could you play I Come in Peace? Could you play an entire Craig R. Baxley Jr. festival?
A DVD and say, hey, Regal, can we pop this in one of the theaters that's playing Inside Out?
I own it on Blu-ray. It's right back there. I'll take it over there.
Put it in. Let's put it in.
They must have a Blu-ray player.
Surely.
How else are they playing those Fathom events?
Yeah, just on DVD.
Those have to be Blu-rays, right?
Probably. USB. They just plug it right in. The quick time. Open it up. Boop.
It's one of the ones where you flip. It's like hidden.
Yeah.
It's my USB. USB.
USB.
Well, that's all I watched.
Well, how cool is it that we both watched a movie neither of us heard of and both were about aliens? Crazy.
Exactly.
Pretty cool.
And it's a sign that God has blessed us.
Yes.
Because we watched great movies, and there's nothing in the world more important to me than watching great movies. What are we watching next week? I have no clue, but we'll figure it out.
I feel like we've gone through the heavy hitters, really.
We might find a good one.
Longlegs. Maybe there's something. I don't know.
Is something coming out? Who knows?
Probably Wolverine and Face. Deadpool.
Wolverine and Face. I can't wait for Wolverine and Face.
Face guy.
Mampy!
Uh-huh.
I want you to know this. We love when people give us 5 stars.
Yes.
We love when they tweet at us at Food Court Cast. We love when they write a review, when they share it, when they tell their friends in real life. And Mampy, I love when you're on the show. It's such a pleasure to talk about
always.
flicks with you.
Same,
on behalf of you, Mampy Hikes, I'm Sean Parrott saying to everybody out there, Bon appetit!